Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Black Butler chapter 167. When we last left our heroes, we were back in the present for all of 10 pages. Yay! The most plot progression we've gotten all year. And we saw Ran-Mao wake up and get, Jane in a headlock for their fight, which was, I guess, exciting. But before we can get too far, we jumped into a Ran-Mao flashback where we described how Ran-Mao went to Barrett Heathfield's room and started interrogating him about the maids. And that was kind of it. So let's see what this chapter sends our way. So, chapter 167, The Butler Formidable. On our picture here is of Ran-Mao mostly nude. Maybe she's wearing something on her waist, but mostly with a cloth or sheet or something covering her most private areas. Her body is her ultimate weapon. So we open right where we left off with Heathfield on the ground after being punched by Ran-Mao. I punch lechers. Bring me maids. And Heathfield looks up at her. They really all went home. That's all and then she kicks him again. And Heathfield spits up blood, and Ran-Mao gets on top of him, grabs him by the collar. Tell me quick. You no need your teeth, and she slams him again. Or your nails. And she readies another punch. And he screams out, I'll tell you, so stop. Those girls. And then she hears something. Oh, and Jane is shot the tranquilizer dart into her. And Ran-Mao looks up at her. And Jane looks at Heathfield. Oh dear, I warned you about the Chinese sisters, did I not? Because you might not recall, because it's been a year since we've talked about this. Ran-Mao and Mey-Rin are posing as sisters for this operation. And Ran-Mao kind of woozies and passes out. He's been tranquilized, of course, and Heathfield looks at her as she's collapsed on him. I never imagined she was such a savage beast. And Jane grins. Oh, were you not aware? All women are savage beasts. We'll dispose of this woman. Please stay in your room until your face swelling subsides. You look unseemly as master of the house. And then the flashback ends. So yeah, we're back in the present, which is good enough. But now we're back in the present with Ran-Mao, who is much more nude than I remembered her, with her arms around Jane's neck, and Mey-Rin still, just watching this going on. We were giving sedatives and drops, so you'd stay asleep. So how? And then Ran-Mao just kind of, you don't know? Opium is more potent. So she was able to wake up because the sedatives they were giving were nothing compared to the opium den where she works. But that's to be continued. That's the entire video. That's the entire chapter. Yana, why do you keep doing this? Why do you feel the need, this has to be... Is this the shortest chapter of the series? It's definitely the least time we've ever spent on the live reaction part of the video. 3.5 minutes, and now we're done. Yeah, nothing happened in this chapter. Everything that happened in this chapter, besides, I guess, the final page, could have just been inferred. What did we learn in this flashback? What did we learn substantively? Ran-Mao had no tact in her investigation. She immediately started beating on Heathfield. And then we find out that Jane knocks her out. Did any of that information do anything? In the slightest? Even vaguely? Even a little bit? I don't think it did. At least the Mey-Rin flashback, that was stuff that, it was completely irrelevant to the arc. But it was at least, new information. information that could not be immediately assumed. For the most part, I mean, in parts it was like, who cares about her first meeting with the tailor? But yeah, hopefully, my big fear, knowing this is Donna, we're about to jump into a Jane flashback, and trust me, no one wants that. No one wants another flashback. I realized this a few minutes ago. Next month is the 5-year anniversary of the start of this arc. And we've done so little, especially in the last 3 years. Especially since 2CT happened. Like, eventually the plot has to happen, but we got a page of actual plot in this chapter. I mean, at least we're done. At least we're not going to be stuck in the past for long. At least we're done with the past. At least we can move on with the story, hopefully. Hopefully, this is still Black Butler, so you never know. But yeah, I genuinely have nothing to say for this chapter. Yeah, I'm done. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter in the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye.